Hi there, this is George from ApproveThis.com, and today we're going to be looking at date range form fields. So I'm going to pull up our office party example from the company Dinder Mifflin and pull over a date range field from our library. If we just pull that over, it'll create a new field. It'll first prompt for a name. So we'll do date range of party in case our parties are more than one day in this crazy company of ours. And as you might expect, we can adjust the visible title of the field. We can add some help text, maybe in case the party is more than one day. And we can also indicate whether or not it should be required or not required. We can move the field up and down. And down here at the bottom, we can delete the field if necessary, just under my head there. We delete the field. Let's go take a look at what that looks like from the user side of things. So you can see we have a date range of party now, and we can select many dates and it'll show the range of the days involved. Now, if I go and submit this, there's one nuance about date range fields that I wanted to show you. Maybe this is the company offsite, and we'll hit submit in order to throw that in there. Let's go look at what that request looks like on the back end. If we go into office parties now and go into company offsite, you can see that we actually have an object, a start date and an end date here on one line. And so we can use it that way. And you can see the start and end date is part of one field. Or we can create a calculated field to extract either part of that. So let's go back and see what that looks like. Go back into the form editing of the company offsite. And I can create a calculated field here. It's just the start date of the party. Again, this is completely optional, but just if you want, for example, to pull out the start date or the end date for maybe an approval threshold, maybe you want to consider things after a certain date different than things before a certain date. You could do all that with this method I'm showing you here. So we're going to throw in the date range of the party, and that'll show up in our formula there. And then to get into that secondary attribute, I go dot start date or dot end date, just like we saw on that other page. And I can save that formula. And then that field will just be the start or end date of the party. That's about it for date ranges. Again, I'm George with ApproveThis. We're always happy to help at support@ApproveThis.com. And ApproveThis integrates with everything. Thank you so much.